Las Vegas is now a family vacation destination, but there are still some very interesting quirks to the Neon City. Today, contributor Candice Bergen recently traveled to Las Vegas and found one of them. Hi, Candice. How are you? Nice to see you.
You too. I used to visit Las Vegas as a kid when my father performed there, and I thought I'd seen almost everything, and yet.
Viva Las Vegas!
The lights,
Viva Las Vegas!
the action,
Viva Las Vegas!
the glamour. When my father, ventriloquist Edgar Bergen, performed here, Vegas was just 4 hotels and some tumbleweeds. Now, it's a theme park with slot machines. It's also the home of the Vegas Ventriloquist Convention. To attendees, my dad was a patron saint of sorts.
Well, girls, if you want to kiss Charlie goodbye, you better do it before he and Edgar leave on their vacation tomorrow.
Yeah, the line forms to the left, girls. Now, don't trample one another.
Edgar, you mean you won't be here to give the bride away?
I'm afraid not.
You know how Bergen hates to give anything away.
All right.
In this network of nostalgia, technique, and dummies, it seems that no matter how far I've traveled, I will forever be known as Charlie McCarthy's little sister.
So, Candice Bergen, huh? Very nice to meet you. You realize that what I'm wearing here was inspired by your brother.
It has an eerie resonance, I'll say that. You know, can you say that and drink water?
Well, last time we tried that, we had to call 911.
The convention is run by the director of the International Ventriloquist Association, Valentine Vox. Is there never a moment when you think you've lost your mind?
Oh, certainly.
Because I know, certainly, with the way I grew up, it's a very eccentric life.
It is, really. You know, I actually looked from stage. I was looking from stage and watching them react with their figures. And I actually thought for that moment, is this really real?
A veteran performer, Valentine wrote the definitive history of ventriloquism, I Can See Your Lips Moving. He dedicated it, fittingly, to my father, who was known more for his writing than for perfect technique.
He actually talks about having been locked up at one time, you know, in his early years.
Yeah, that's right. You know who my cellmate was?
Oh.
Mike Tyson. I survived it all right, but I developed a nervous twitch.
A nervous twitch? What are you talking about?
And I thought it was a dying art.
Oh, you're children.
Some of those keeping it alive are Kevin Johnson and Carla Rhodes, who refers to her dummies as mannequin Americans. So, Carla, how did you become a ventriloquist?
Well, I was dropped on my head. And, no, actually, I was watching TV one day, and I saw Sherry Lewis on TV, and I wanted to do that, so I went to the library, I got a book on it, and just started practicing, drove my parents insane with it, and just practice, and been a ventriloquist ever since, unfortunately.
And Kevin, you're making a living at it. Who gave you the idea to be a ventriloquist?
I started when I was about 9 years old, seeing a rerun of Howdy Doody. So it took me about 4 years to really learn how to do ventriloquism, being self-taught. But eventually, it became second nature.
Yeah, I think you meant freak of nature.
Of course, every show needs a star, and headlining this event is ventriloquism's resident diva, Mallory Lewis. Daughter of Sherry, sister of Lamb Chop, she's taken over her mother's act. Mallory, I don't think I've ever met another daughter of a famous ventriloquist before. Really, you're my first.
We are members of a very small club.
How did this happen? You're primarily a writer. You lost your mother, and then now you're doing this.
I was a writer-producer, and then Lamb Chop basically said,
I said, slap on the makeup, sister, and get out there, because I'm not done. No way, Jose.
What is your relationship to Lamb Chop? Is this more than sock puppet?
Did she just say what I think she just said?
I'm actually
embarrassed. Honey, no, that I'm sure she misspoke. That was not what Candice meant. Honey, it's okay. Pull it together. We are on the Today Show.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Katie would have been more diplomatic. So, the question I have is, can this relic of vaudeville survive in the 21st century?
It's more alive than it's ever been. Ventriloquism is safe. It's kind of family. It fits in anywhere.
And, in keeping with the times, it has also become a victim of them. Dummies are now known as figures. Even ventriloquism is now politically correct.
It
It was one of the more surreal experiences I've had.
I guess so, but I have to say it was great to see Lamb Chop back.
I know.
One thing you never say in front of Lamb Chop, though, Candice, for future interviews, mint jelly. Lamb Chop hates that. Anyway, that was a really fun
Great
piece.
to see you, Katie.
Thanks, Candice.